Oh, hey guys, what's up? Today I'm making a video about a book called Interview with a Vampire. If you can see. Don't mind the background because Peppers is playing with a puppy. She has her way where she wants to wrap her arms in a bear hug. It's kind of funny, really, because she gets so mad about that. Anyway, lost track of time. Okay, back to what I was talking about. It's about Interview with a Vampire. It's about a vampire named Louis who tells a story, his 200 long life story, to a reporter named Daniel Molly, who is referred as the boy in the novel. In the 1790, Louis was a young indigo plantation owner living in the South New Orleans, Louisiana, distraught with the death of his precious brother, who seeks death in a way as possible. Louis is approached by a vampire named Lestat, who desires Louis' company. Lestat turns Louis into a vampire, although intentionally, Louis merely begs to be killed. And the two become mortal companions. Lestat spends some time feeding off the local plantation slaves, while Louis, who finds morally impossible him to murder humans to survive, feeds off animals, basically like rats, chickens, birds, poodles, or whatever you can think of. Louis and Lestat was forced to leave when Louis' slave began to fear the monsters with which they live and indicate an uprising. Louis sets his own plantation aflame. He and Lestat exterminate the plantation slaves to keep word from spreading about vampires living in Louisiana. Gradually, Louis bends under Lestat's influences and begins feeding from humans. He slowly becomes terms with his vampire nature, but also increasingly impulsed by what he perceives as Lestat's totally lack of compassion for the humans he preys upon. Let's see. Escaping to New Orleans proper, Louis feeds off a plague-ridden girl one night, no more than 4 or 5 years old, whom he finds next to the corpse of her mother. And Louis begins to think of leaving Lestat and going on his own way, fearing that Lestat then turns the girl into a vampire, who becomes their daughter, who Louis loves very much with all of his heart. And Louis gives a reason to stay, and they give her the name Claudia. And technically, Louis is horrified that Lestat turned that precious child into a vampire, because it's forbidden to make a child so young. And if you could live forever as a child, would you want that? It's like a curse, basically, because you never grow up, you never grow old, or anything like that. People want to grow up time to time, but some don't. It depends how you look at it. If you were in Claudia's body, and your soul ages, and if you look at people now, beautiful models, look how beautiful they are, and the fashion people, and then this high school, and you see this beautiful girl who you wish you could just be and be admired for all the lovely boys in the school. We all wish that. But Claudia is trapped in a child body for the rest of her life, basically. But anyway, as I said, they tend to the child Claudia technically and intentionally. Claudia takes to killing people easily, but over time begins to hate Lestat as she realizes she can never grow up. Although her mind matures into that intelligent, aesthetic woman, her body remains that a 5-year-old girl. After 60 years of living together, Claudia hatches a plot to dispose of Lestat by poisoning him to cut his throat. Claudia and Louis dumped his body into a nearby swamp. After realizing that they seem now be the only vampire living in America, Claudia desires to travel Europe, and Louis seeks out the old world vampires.